Yes.
All right. I'm dying to know, why were you kicked off Facebook?
Well, first of all, I was not put into Facebook jail like some of you have had the luxury to be. I was totally disbanded from the platform. And to this day, they have not given me a legal reason or justifiable reason why. They gave me 3 different possibilities of why I was taken off.
Okay, was it about a certain post you may have made?
A certain what?
A certain post on Facebook that you may have made?
No.
It wasn't?
Nope. I can tell you it was because I followed a page that was not mine to see what this was all about, this page. So since the page that I followed to do my own, I like to make informed decisions. I wanted to know, what is this page about? This page was called, you guys probably heard of them, Q-Anon. I said, what is this Q-Anon everybody's talking about? Q-Anon, right? Such a dangerous, dangerous bunch of folks, rabbit hole stuff. I thought, what are they talking about? I followed a Q-Anon page.
So,
that was the second just.
So by following QAnon, you're saying you became a member of the page?
I liked the page so that I could get the posts so I could follow. Never once shared a QAnon post. Okay. Never once made a QAnon post.
Did you
followed it to get educated because I had no clue what it was.
Okay. Did you educate yourself about QAnon?
Oh, and up to the point where they disbanded QAnon and everyone else associated with it.
Okay. So
yes,
it's your belief that because you followed QAnon and subscribed to their page, that was one of the reasons why you were kicked off Facebook. Could you tell us what the other 2 were?
I think the other one was because, yes, this is a good one. I laughed when they told me this one. So a Facebook post came around. Y'all might have seen the post. It was a petition. Sign this petition if you want to make the KKK a domestic terrorist organization. I thought, wow, what a great idea. Making them a domestic terrorist organization. After all, they use fear, intimidation, and sometimes violence to achieve a political aim. Sounds like a domestic terrorist organization to me. So instead of signing the petition immediately, I hit reply, and I put, I love this idea. Great idea. They should be a domestic terrorist.
Gentleman will state the point.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Could we stay with the bill and not get into individual posts? And
this directly relates to the bill.
The gentleman's question did. The Chair's going to respond. The gentleman's question, the Chair believes, did directly relate to the bill. The dialogue growing out of it may not. So I'll ask the Chair to ask both gentlemen to deal with the question. The question, however, did relate directly to the bill.
Very quickly, I can finish the answer. I actually simply said, I want to sign this petition to make the KKK a domestic terrorist organization. This was on September the 27th.
Okay.
But I said, before I sign your petition, please add Black Lives Matter to the petition because I want to see the KKK and Black Lives Matter both identified as a domestic terrorist organization because both of them used violence, fear, and intimidation to achieve a political aim. And the very next day, on September the 28th, my Facebook account was black. Not jail, totally deactivated. So what a coincidence. Had nothing to do with QAnon. That came about 3 weeks later when I started digging in to see why did you kick me off. So there, to answer your question.
So we're clear. So Facebook, you contacted Facebook?
Yes.
Directly?
With the help of the Secretary of State's office. Yes,
and their response was that because you were related to QAnon, that they were removing you from their platform?
Nope. They said I posted something against community standards. The only thing that I posted, it had to be about the petition. But the later excuse, when about the 3rd phone call, had to deal with something about QAnon.
Okay.
So they're using QAnon as the excuse of deactivating my platform. The bottom line is they deactivated free speech, whether it was QAnon, Black Lives Matter, KKK. Everyone has a right, and that's their mission statement, to give everyone the opportunity to be heard on their social media platform.
So
If you want to support them, be my guest.
So
I have no further answers for you.
you believe us? You're done answering my questions.
I don't think your questions are germane to what's going on here.
You just spent 10 minutes answering them.
I was nice to you. I wanted to oblige you or humor you, whichever you
All right,
decide.
gentleman has stopped responding to a direct question.
All right, gentleman from 16th yield.
Certainly.
Okay. So you seem to be obsessed with Zuckerberg and Facebook, but this bill doesn't only apply to Facebook, correct?
That's correct.
Would it apply to Parler?
It would.
Okay. Would it apply to, say, Donald Trump created his own platform, which has been rumored that would happen? Would it apply to that, assuming he met the number of followers that are required under this bill?
If he met the definition as outlined in the bill, it would.
Okay. And if he wanted to post information to his supporters, especially election-related information, he would first have to go get permission from the Secretary of State's office?
If in acting as the entity itself, so as the social media platform itself as defined it therein, and not acting as a user of the platform.
Okay. And back to, I believe you cited that you were terminated from Facebook, but isn't that when they posted to everybody who has an account that this is going to happen, you only have so many days until you can run ads? Isn't that what you're referring to?
Not just that. That was at that timeline. But the specific guidance from Facebook was that ads had to have been started and running and approved prior to that point in time. Mine were. They suspended my account.
So, but many people dealt with that. It wasn't a situation where you were singled out, was it? You believe you were singled out, like Mark Zuckerberg was looking around West Virginia elections and going, that guy, that's who I want.
Of course not.
You think you were singled out?
I said, of course not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just make sure we're clear on that. That's all I have. Thanks for yielding.
You bet.
Very briefly.
Gentleman is recognized.
First off, hopefully Facebook will just delete West Virginia because, I think that's where you guys all go to get these ideas for legislation like this, these culture wars we like to build here in this state. We talk about bringing tech companies to West Virginia. We even formed a tech caucus and how we're just going to be next level and we're going to bring people in. And then we're running legislation that says tech companies can operate their companies how they deem fit. People go onto these sites, they have terms of service, you agree to them, and we're saying we're going to infringe on all that. We're going to interfere with every private contract out there because that's what big government Republicans here in West Virginia love to do. That's exactly what this does. These fines, $100,000. I mean, I'm an attorney. It may be great for my profession. You guys are spending a lot of time trying to kill the profession. Maybe you just revived it. But you're not going to have anybody want to come here, do business, open up any tech firms when you're passing backwards legislation claiming that you have these First Amendment rights on these private social media platforms, because you just don't. It's well ingrained in our law. So I'll be voting no on this. And Zuckerberg, if you're listening, man, you keep quit picking on some people here, I suppose, but I don't think you are. I think you're running a private business that has become very popular, that has been a source for a lot of my right-wing friends over here, for them to run their campaigns and capitalize off of it. And, I don't think that penalizing social media networks, including Parler and any Trump social media network coming down the pike, is going to solve any problems that really don't exist. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.